There's a phrase that says, let go and let God, or letting it go will let it come. Matter of fact, Wayne Dyer actually has a quote, and I knew Wayne very well, by the way. Wayne said, don't force anything, just let it be and it will come to you. Well, with all due respect to my good friend Wayne, the past great Wayne Dyer, if it is to be, it's up to me. Nothing just comes to you. You have to go get it. That's the fact. The whole myth about just let it go and everything will just magically come into your life is not true. So if you let it go, are you letting it come? No. If you let go of the past, if you let go of things, does it just magically allow things to come into your life? No. What it does is two things. When you let go of the past, when you just let it go, there's no other phrase that works like let it go. It's not forgive. It's just let it go, which means it's gone. It's not even a thought anymore. When you just let something go, a guy screwed me. Let it go. A judge screwed me, put me in prison for 8.5 years. I can be bitter the rest of my life. Let it go. It's over, man. It's about today. Today is the day we live. Not yesterday. Let it go. So if you let it go, will it allow things to come into your life? No, what it does, it changes your vibrational frequency so that things can come. They won't, but they are allowed to come because you're in a state of allowing when you let things go. And what happens is when you're in that state of allowing and you let the baggage go and you let the luggage go, you have more energy, you are more inspired and motivated to actually do things to make it happen. And your activities will actually produce better results. Letting things go is different than surrendering or giving up. There's a huge difference. When you let something go, it's the past. You're not holding on to it. You're not carrying luggage. Now, I want you to just imagine you're going through your life and you have a hurt. You got hurt when you were a kid. Maybe your parents called you names. Maybe kids in the schoolyard called you names. And so you carry that on your bag. These people made fun of me. And then maybe a boyfriend or a girlfriend cheated on you or broke up, and that really, really hurt. So you carry that. And maybe somebody in business screwed you over and you got sued, and you carry that. Or maybe a colleague lied about you so that they could get a promotion over you, and you carry that anger. Maybe you did something really terrible to somebody, and maybe you cheated on somebody, and you have this guilt and regret, and you carry that. Over the years, think of all the crap that you're carrying on your back. It's weighing you down and stopping you from going forward. And you're afraid of doing things because these things can activate and make you feel absolutely terrible. So when we have all these pains and hurts in our past, the first question is, why are you so sensitive? Why do you take things so personal? If somebody says something to you, why does it affect you? You are at effect from everything in your universe, and you hold on to it. When you do this, it's kind of like, imagine that you have a bar, and you're holding on to the bar because if you let go, you're going to fall down to the fall 1,000 feet and die. So your whole life, you're holding on to all of this stuff. The tension that's in your body, the negative emotions that you have, the fear, the anxiety is overwhelming, and it has an adverse effect on every aspect of your life. But in fact, you're holding on. Guess what? You're actually a half an inch from the ground. Let go. And when you let go, everything in your body releases. You actually realize you're on the ground. There was no reason to hold on to anything. So a question that comes up is, Kevin, what steps can I take to let go of the past? Because, Kevin, I have to be honest with you. There are people that I haven't forgiven. There are people that I'm still mad at. There's people that I'm still angry with. There's people that I still have bitterness toward. My life, I'm bitter toward life. Matter of fact, I'm bitter toward God. I'm bitter toward the universe. I have anger. I haven't let go of that anger about something that happened 15, 20, 30 years ago. I have regret. I haven't let go. I have guilt. I haven't let go of it. How do I let go? Okay, let go. How do I let go? There's 3 simple techniques, and I'll give you one that you can do right now. First one is Callahan technique, thought field therapy, TFT. This is the technique that when you think about something in your field, in your past, and you do a tapping sequence, it will blow out, virtually dissipate that charge. It'll transmute, it'll release. It is magical. And we know that the charge or the energy has physical mass because there are machines that we can monitor how much mass is in your body. And when the charge blows or the mass dissipates or gets transmuted, you can see how much physical mass actually left your body. You can see it on the instrument. You can clearly feel it, not just physically, but also emotionally and mentally. So that's the first one. The second one is the Sedona method. It's a method of letting go. This is a magical technique as well that helps release, where you condense energy and then you simply release it. It's being aware and conscious of the energy, which is the first step. It's confronting that energy so that you can release it. Remember this phrase: whatever you can confront, you can handle. Whatever you can confront, you can handle. Another way of saying that is whatever you can acknowledge, whatever you're aware of, whatever you're consciously aware of, you can transmute or clear out of your field. You can let it go. The next technique is simply breathing. By breathing in and out through the nose, putting your attention 2 inches below your belly button, when you breathe in with conscious intention, focused on what you want to release and let go, it can release and let go just by breathing. Very powerful technique. There's another technique where you actually go to a practitioner. Energy, things that you're holding on to, are actually encapsulated in the body. And we know this because if you're sitting down with a very, we'll call it a trigger point masseuse or deep tissue masseuse or Rolfing, and you're laying there not thinking of anything, and they go in with their knuckle or their elbow into a certain area of the body, maybe it's your thigh or leg or arm or back, and they'll push because they'll find the tension. And if they're very good and they know what they're doing, they can push and hold that. Guess what happens? A memory comes up, something you haven't thought about in 20, 30 years. That means that memory has been encapsulated in the physical body. And researchers have shown this over and over again, where you hit a certain point and then an old memory comes up and the person gets angry or the person starts to tear up because it was a sad event, something that they had great regret over. And the practitioner will say, "What are you thinking?" "Oh, I haven't thought about this in decades, but I just remembered this. When my mother died, I wasn't there, and I remember feeling so much regret." It's still encapsulated. They haven't let it go. And it's having an adverse effect on every aspect of their body. And then by holding that trigger point, it allowed the energy to come to surface, to get triggered, to get activated, to get keyed in. And then the person can transmute it, and it leaves. There's also a simple technique where you can go through, and that is this. Number one, and you can use this for any emotional feeling, whether it's a past regret, past guilt, past anger, past pain, emotional pain that you're thinking about. Number one, acknowledge how you're feeling. Don't deny it. You see, with positive thinking, people always think they're going to say what they don't feel. They're crying and they feel horrible because they're thinking about some past regret. And somebody will say, "Hey, how you doing?" "I'm wonderful." I'm wonderful, because they don't want to admit or say that they're feeling terrible because they think whatever you give attention to will continue to grow. Whatever you put attention on will grow. You become what you think about most of the time. So you think, I don't want to say that. You create with your words. So they're thinking, I don't want to say that. I want to deny it. I want to say that I'm actually feeling good when I'm not. That is taking the energy and burying it in the basement. The energy's coming up and you're just pushing it down. You're not getting rid of it. You're just hiding it temporarily. So you have to acknowledge what you're feeling. You have to acknowledge, I feel anger and regret for not achieving blank, blank, blank. You have to acknowledge it. Do not deny it. By acknowledging it, you bring it to surface. You bring the monster out of the cave. That's number one. Always acknowledge. You have to be truthful and honest. Be true to yourself. Be conscious and aware of what you're really feeling or thinking and acknowledge it. But you don't live there. That's the first step. Number two, if people acknowledge that they're feeling pain, anger, regret, grief, something that happened in the past, if they acknowledge it, then what they do is they get mad at it. They start resisting it. What you resist persists. So the second step is to welcome that feeling. Oh my God, Kevin. Kevin is wacky. He's a wacky guy, man. I've listened to all these, Abraham Hicks seminars, and I've got Joe Vitale, and I've gone to Tony Robbins, and I've gone to, Bob Proctor, and all these people, and they say, you have to say that you're happy, and you have to, reframe everything and look for the gold. And Kevin, you've even said, look for the gold. Pay attention. You're not living here. These are the steps. Step one is acknowledge and not deny. Step two is welcome and accept. Don't resist. But we don't live there either. Because when we welcome and accept it, what we're saying to the universe is, I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready to have this energy leave my field because it no longer serves me. So step two is welcome and accept. Don't resist. And then step three is allow the energy to be transmuted or let go or released. When you allow, I am ready to allow the energy to be transmuted. I'm ready to allow this past regret, anger, bitterness to be released and let go. You can't get to the point of being ready to allow if you haven't done the first two steps. When you do the first two steps, then you'll be amazed that you're going to feel, in most cases, ready to be fully in a state of allowing to let it go. Because you realize it no longer serves you. It's time to release and let go. To have the energy transmute into the universe. It no longer serves you. And when you're ready to allow the energy to be released and let go and transmuted, then you can use some of the techniques that I mentioned. And I'll give you one more. And one more is simply put your attention on your heart chakra. And imagine that there's a ball in there like a sun, and it's white, and it's pure, and it's love, and it's consciousness. And it's compassion. And imagine that gets bigger and bigger and bigger, maybe the size of a basketball, and then maybe the size of a beach ball, and maybe 3 or 4 or 5 feet or meters in all directions. And it's basically encompassing you totally. And it's pure love and light. And then take that regret, anger, hate that you're ready to release and let go, and simply put it into that light and love. And take a deep inhale through your nose. Put your attention 2 inches below your belly button. Relax your face, relax your stomach, and then exhale through your mouth. And just say the words, I release and let go. I release and let go. I release and let go 3 times. And watch what happens. Miracles can happen in your life. Or you can use some of the other techniques, thought field therapy, which is TFT, the Callahan techniques. You can use the techniques that I teach. You can get together with myself or someone that I've trained where you can go into your field and help transmute that energy. There's many ways to release and let go. The Sedona method, Dr. Hawkins' letting go method. It works, and it can work for you. If you're holding on to things in the past, it's not serving you. It's not serving you. You got to let it go. The wonderful thing I can tell you about this is when you go to bed at night, you'll have an exciting day and you'll go to bed tired, not bored. You'll go to bed tired with a smile on your face, not angry. And when you wake up, you'll wake up excited, full of energy, instead of waking up tired and depressed. Because you've released the energy. The energy is draining you. It's in your field and it's draining you tremendously. Release and let go. And I'll give you one other technique. This is a technique that's been around for a long time and no one talks about it anymore. When we were kids, when we went to bed, our parents used to say, remember to, Trey, John, do you remember what this, can you finish the sentence? You're about to go to bed and your parents would say, don't forget to brush your teeth. Not brush your teeth. Good try, brush your teeth. Does anyone, can you remember? Your parents would say, don't forget to say your prayers. Trey, did you ever hear that? Say your prayers? No. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a brand new thing that no one ever talked about before, right? I invented this. I made this up now. This has been around forever. This is a practice that's been around forever. Before you go to bed, you say your prayers. And the way you said prayers, and this is a technique to help you let go, by the way, is you do two things. You don't say, God, please give me a car. Please help me win all these awards. Please help me be famous. That wasn't the prayer. The prayer was two things. Now pay attention. The prayer, which nobody does, this will change your life. The prayer was number one, you said, God, please bless mommy and daddy. Please bless my brother. And you thought about people that pissed you off, that you hated, that did you wrong, and you asked God to bless them too. So you asked God to bless people. You thought about the people you loved, your mom and dad, your siblings, but then you went through, and this was the instructions. Then you went through the people that you were pissed, and God, even though I don't like Sister Mary Beth Daniels, please bless Sister Mary Beth. Please bless her. Even though she gave me a D on my report card, please bless her. That was the plan. You thought about people that wronged you, that you had anger, guilt about, and you asked God to bless them. This opens up the windows of heaven and changes your energy like unbelievable. That was the first set of prayers. And then there was a second set. I'm going to ask these guys in the booth, any idea what the second kind of prayer was? The first one is, they're just shaking their head no at it. Okay. So I invented this one too then, right? Since nobody knows about it. I take no credit for this, by the way. The second way you pray at night before you go to bed is, the first one is you bless others, the people you love, but also the people that you hate, all the people that are negative. You ask God to bless them. If you do that, the energy shifts. You automatically are letting go, right? The second thing you do after you do the blessing is then you say the prayers of gratitude and appreciation and thanks. And God, please, I want you to know I'm so thankful and grateful that I have a beautiful home. I have a warm house, that I'm going to bed with a full stomach because I know people are out there starving. And thank you for making my life blessed with food. And thank you for my mom and my dad because I know they love me. And thank you for the school I go to. And thank you for the teachers who really, really care. And thank you for the clothes I have. And thank you for my beautiful body. I'm very blessed to have a healthy body, that I don't have cancer or diseases. Thank you for my health. And this is how the little kid would pray. He would go through and try to find the things in life that he could be thankful and grateful and appreciative for and give thanks. So the first set of prayers was blessing friends and family and those people you hate. And the second group was a prayer of appreciation. If you do that before you go to bed, I guarantee your life is going to change. When I was in prison, I used to get in bed every night and I say my prayers. I say my prayers every single night because it's a ritual that is a beautiful thing that daily you can cleanse your field. And I used to get in bed and say my prayers. I didn't get on my knees, although when I taught this in class at the prison, there were many inmates that actually got on their hands and knees and said prayers before they went to bed. And it was the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. And I would say, thank you for this pillow. Thank you for me being in a safe facility. Thank you for the other inmates around me that are so kind and nice. Thank you for this mattress. Thank you for the food that we have available. Thank you for the counselors and the guards that treat us fairly and nicely. Thank you. And I would go through all of this list of things to be grateful for. Thank you for the yoga class. Thank you for the language courses we have in education. Thank you for the softball field. Thank you for the tennis courts. Thank you for this. When I was in solitary confinement, I said, thank you for having me in a safe place. Thank you for the opportunity that I have to commune with you. Thank you for my mind. Thank you for my health. Thank you for the people that love me. Thank you for giving me the ability to love others freely, without condition and without exception. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for all the things that are off my radar screen that I don't even know you're blessing me with yet. Thank you for this life. I love my life, and I would go to bed. You do this, and you'll release and let go. Every single day, you'll be cleansing your field. You'll sleep better than you ever slept before, and you'll wake up with energy, love in your heart, compassion. And guess what? When you change the inside, the external world around you begins to change. As within, so without. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to access the secrets and insider strategies that I learned that can change everything for you, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Every Wednesday at 9 o'clock Central, we upload a brand new and hopefully thought-provoking show. The mission? The goal? What's in it for you? Well, I want to give you the knowledge and know-how to break free and unlock limitless potential in every area of your life. If you have questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comments section. I read every single comment. Also, make sure you share these videos with friends or family members to help them create the life that they want. And be smart. Follow me on all social media platforms for new and different content that I put up every single day.